Hello, my name is Renee Sans Souci, and I'm a member of the Omaha tribe of Nebraska. I was commissioned to write this curriculum for the Lead Center for Performing Arts and the College of Education. This curriculum is called the Nebraska Educators Guide to American Indian Singing and Dancing. It is a supplement to the Drum is Thunder and the Flute is the Wind Teacher's Guide, developed by the Ixlin Education Group. The curriculum is entitled Making Connections to the Classroom. It is for grade levels kindergarten to 12th grade. Striking flint. Any body of work produced by an artist or any lesson taught by an educator most often feels in the beginning as if one is striking flint to ignite a spark in a field of grass. This task may seem overwhelming and even at times impossible. During the spring of 2010, my children and I witnessed a fire lighting ceremony in northern Wisconsin. It began right before sunrise in an enclosed structure much like a shed with a large opening at the top. As we gathered that morning, the firekeepers, men who were presiding over this ceremony, cleared a space toward the center of this structure. My children and I stood to one side with many others. Several firekeepers stood in a circle and began to hit sticks rhythmically as if they were beating on a drum. They also started singing a beautiful ceremonial song of renewal. One of the men had the responsibility of lighting fire by striking flint together until he was able to ignite a bundle of grass into a smoldering flame. He blew on the grass until it burned higher, then added small pieces of wood so that the flame grew large enough for more wood to be added, until finally he had a great fire burning brightly. The song ended once this was achieved. Then all the men added their rhythm sticks to the sacred fire one by one. For 4 days, the ceremonial fire was kept burning until the spring ceremonies were completed. In many native cultures, the gift of fire came from the thunder beings, who are the givers of life and death. This gift was to be kept in a sacred manner and was never to be abused or discarded. It was through fire that the people were able to cook their food and to stay warm during the cold seasons. The key in striking flint to ignite a flame is to do so patiently and relentlessly. It is a process that is well understood in the act of creation as well as in teaching, the goal being to bring an idea to life through art or to ignite the imaginations of young minds that are placed within our care, much like the firekeepers whose responsibility it is to bring the sacred fire into this universe. And as such, it is indeed a beautiful and mysterious process to behold, one that requires our total concentration and commitment as artists and educators, just like the firekeepers. In the first part of what I read about striking flint, it is also to encourage all the teachers, our instructors who are working with students from K through 12. And these are any students of any nationality, any nation as we would say, who are interested in teaching students about American Indian singing and dancing. Striking flint is one way to begin that encouragement process. And within the curriculum itself, we have several topics. I've put in 4 connections. Connection 1, which is a framework for American Indian singing and dancing. Connection 2, which is about the Nebraska tribes. And Connection 3, which is the 7 lessons for the classroom. Connection 4 is the Nebraska standards and the national art standards. Connection 1 is about a framework for American Indian singing and dancing. And part of that was about the tribal circle. In the tribal circle, we have 4 directions, and I have placed on here 4 direction colors: black, red, yellow, and white. And we also have the colors of blue and green representing the sky and the earth. And also I had placed in the middle a red ribbon that would display the center of the circle. What I wanted to touch on is about the 4 directions. The 4 directions are representative of the four seasons. Some tribes also say the four hills of life. And also what you see in here are the 7 directions as well. So you have the 4 directions, the black, red, yellow, white, which represent the 4 races of man as well as the 4 seasons. But these directions are also what they would consider sacred, and as well as the sky and the earth, and in the center. So there's 7 directions as well represented in here, with the 4 directions, the sky and the earth and the center. In connection to, I talk about the Nebraska tribes. And in eastern Nebraska, on our map here, we have 4 tribes represented, which are the Omaha tribe, the Ponca tribe, the Santee Sioux tribe, and the Winnebago tribe. Each of the tribes are in these locations of northeast Nebraska, as well as up here in the north is where the Santee Sioux tribe, or the Isanti tribe, is they're residing currently. And in this area, you have both the Omaha tribe that is in Thurston County, as well as the Winnebago tribe that's also in Thurston County. The Ponca tribe have offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Norfolk, as well as up in Niobrara. In south central Nebraska, we have where the Pawnee Nation used to be. The Pawnee Nation used to be in this location until they were relocated to Oklahoma, where they currently have their reservation. Also in this area, in the Panhandle area, we have the 2 tribes in western Nebraska, which are the Oglala Sioux tribe and the Rosebud Sioux tribe. Their reservations are up in South Dakota.